I don't remember deciding to move. One second, I'm walking past the corner store on my way home from my shift at the diner, exhausted and 8 months pregnant, and thinking about whether I have enough money left this week to buy the crib I saw on sale. The next second, I'm seeing the gun, seeing it pointed at this tiny old woman clutching her purse with shaking hands, seeing the fear on her face, the desperate way she's trying to tell the man she doesn't have much money. Please don't hurt her. And I just move. My body makes the decision before my brain catches up. I'm throwing myself between them, arms spreading wide like I can shield her with my pregnant body. And I hear the shot, feel the impact in my shoulder, sharp and burning. Feel myself falling forward, the old woman screaming, hands reaching for me as I crumple to the pavement. The last thing I remember before everything goes black is her wrinkled face above mine, tears streaming down her cheeks, her hands pressing against my shoulder, trying to stop the bleeding. And she's saying something, over and over. My grandson will find you. He'll take care of you. I promise. I promise. Then nothing. Hey, welcome back to Cozy BL Corner. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It encourages my work and helps me create stories like this that take so much heart to create. And your support means everything. Now get comfortable, maybe grab some tissues just in case, and let me tell you about River. I wake up 3 days later, according to the nurse who's checking my vitals. 3 whole days. The room is nicer than any hospital room I've ever seen. Private, quiet, flowers everywhere. And there's a man sitting in the chair beside my bed who looks like he could kill someone with his bare hands and not feel a thing about it. He's big, not just tall, but built, with broad shoulders and arms that strain against his expensive black shirt. Dark hair swept back from face that's all sharp angles and cold eyes. He's watching me with an expression I can't read. Not gratitude, not warmth. Something harder, colder. You're awake. His voice matches his appearance. Deep, controlled. How are you feeling? My hand moves instinctively to my stomach. The baby is fine. Somehow, the bullet hit your shoulder, missed everything vital. Your son is perfectly healthy according to the doctors. Son, he knows I'm having a boy. How long have I been here? How much do these people know about me? Who are you? My throat is dry, voice coming out scratchy. Dante Moretti. He says it like I should know the name, like it should mean something. You saved my grandmother. It takes me a second to place it. The old woman. She's okay then. Thank God. Is she all right? I just saw the gun and I didn't think. No, he cuts me off sharply. You didn't think. That's the problem. I blink at him confused. What? You threw yourself in front of a bullet while 8 months pregnant. His jaw is tight, eyes hard. Do you have any idea how reckless that was? How stupid. You could have been killed. Your baby could have been killed. The words hit me like a slap. Stupid. Reckless. I just saved his grandmother's life, and he's calling me stupid? She was in danger. I manage. She's an old woman who's lived 78 years. You're carrying a child who hasn't even been born yet. You risked an innocent life for... He stops himself, jaw working like he's biting backwards. What kind of person does that? I don't have an answer. Don't know what to say to this man who's looking at me like I've done something unforgivable instead of heroic. The door bursts open before I can respond. A small woman rushes in, all flowing skirts and silver hair and warm energy that fills the room. The woman I saved. Rosa, you're awake. Oh, thank God you're awake. She pushes past Dante without ceremony and takes my hand in both of hers. Her hands are warm, soft, trembling slightly. I've been so worried. 3 days you've been sleeping, and I've been praying and praying. How do you feel, sweet boy? I'm okay, I say automatically. Are you all right? You weren't hurt. Because of you, you saved my life. You beautiful, brave boy. You threw yourself in front of that bullet without even knowing who I was. Without wanting anything. Tears are streaming down her face. How can I ever thank you? You don't need to thank me. I'm glad you're okay. Nonna, Dante says from behind her. There's a warning in his voice. He needs to rest. And he'll rest in our home where I can take care of him properly. Rosa says it with such finality that even this dangerous-looking man pauses. Nonna, we can pay for his hospital bills. We don't need to. He's coming home with us. I insist. She turns back to me, still holding my hand. You'll stay with us until the baby comes. Until you're healed. I won't take no for an answer. I can't. I have my apartment. I have to work. You were shot saving my life. The least I can do is make sure you and your baby are safe and cared for. She's looking at me with such warmth, such genuine care, that I feel tears building in my eyes. When's the last time someone looked at me like that? Like I mattered? Nah, this is ridiculous. He's a stranger. We can write him a check. Dante Moretti, you will not reduce this boy's bravery to money. Rosa's voice goes sharp, the warmth replaced with steel. He saved my life, risked his own baby's life to save mine. And you're treating him like he did something wrong instead of something heroic. You should be ashamed. Dante's jaw tightens, but he doesn't respond. Just looks at me with those cold eyes like he's trying to figure out what game I'm playing. I'll have Antonio bring the car around, he finally says. If you're insisting on this, we do it properly. The doctors will release him tomorrow morning. He walks out without another word. Rosa squeezes my hand. Don't mind him. He doesn't know how to process genuine kindness. He's been in this life too long, seen too much darkness. But he's a good boy underneath all that hardness. You'll see. I'm not so sure about that. But I'm 8 months pregnant, just got shot, have exactly $400 to my name, and an apartment I can't afford anymore, since I'll be missing weeks of work. So when Rosa Moretti offers me a place to stay, I'm not really in a position to refuse. Even if her grandson looks at me like I'm the stupidest person he's ever met. The hospital releases me the next morning. A driver named Antonio helps me into the back of the most expensive car I've ever been in. Rosa fusses over me the entire drive, making sure I'm comfortable, asking if I need anything, telling me about the room she's prepared. The house, no, mansion, is in a part of the city I've only ever driven through. Gates, security, a driveway longer than my entire apartment building. And the house itself looks like something from a movie. All modern architecture and floor-to-ceiling windows and the kind of wealth I can't even imagine. It's too much, I say as Antonio helps me out of the car. Mrs. Moretti, I can't. Rosa, call me Rosa, sweet boy. And yes, you can. You saved my life. Let me return the favor. She leads me inside, and I try not to gape at everything. The marble floors. The chandelier in the entryway that probably costs more than I'll make in my entire life. The artwork on the walls. The staircase that curves up to the second floor like something from a fairy tale. Your room is upstairs. I've had it prepared with everything you might need. And there's a nursery right next door for when the baby comes. Rosa is already heading up the stairs, chattering away. I hope you don't mind that I took some liberties. I bought a few things. Just basics. You'll want to pick out most of it yourself, I'm sure, but... We reach the second floor, and she opens a door. The room beyond is bigger than my entire apartment. A huge bed with soft-looking blankets. A sitting area with comfortable chairs. Windows overlooking a garden. And through a connecting door, I can see the nursery she mentioned. Already set up with a crib and changing table and rocking chair. This is too much, I whisper. It's not enough. Not for what you did. Rosa takes my hand. Please, let me do this. Let me take care of you. I know you don't know us. I know this is overwhelming. But I meant what I said. You risked everything for me. Let me return the kindness. I'm crying. I don't mean to, but the tears just come. Because I've been so scared. So alone. Trying to be strong and brave and pretend I can do this by myself. And this stranger is offering me kindness I don't deserve. Thank you, I manage. Thank you so much. She pulls me into a gentle hug, careful on my shoulder. Thank you, sweet boy, for being so brave, for saving this old woman's life. A throat clears from the doorway. Dante is standing there, still in all black, still looking like he stepped out of a mafia movie, which, given what I'm starting to suspect about this family, might not be far from the truth. Dinner is at 7, he says. Nonna, he needs to rest. I'm going. Rosa pats my hand. Rest, sweet boy. I'll come check on you in a few hours. She leaves, and it's just me and Dante. He doesn't come into the room, just stands in the doorway watching me with that unreadable expression. My grandmother's very kind, he says finally. Too kind sometimes. She sees the best in people. And you don't. I see what people really are. what they want, what they're willing to do to get it. I don't want anything from you. Everyone wants something. He turns to leave, then pauses. But for what it's worth, you were brave. Stupid, but brave. Try not to do anything that's stupid again while you're under my roof. Then he's gone, and I'm alone in this beautiful room wondering what I've gotten myself into. If you're enjoying River's story so far, please hit that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe to Cozy BL Corner for more emotional romance stories like this. Trust me, this is just the beginning. I sleep for most of the next 2 days. My body is exhausted from the trauma, from growing a baby, from everything. Rosa checks on me constantly, bringing food I barely touch, fussing over my shoulder, making sure I'm comfortable. Dante I barely see. He comes to dinner the first evening. A formal affair in a dining room bigger than my old apartment with a table that could seat 20 people. We sit at one end, the three of us, and eat while Rosa chatters and Dante responds in monosyllables, and I try to figure out what I'm supposed to do with 3 different forks. "How are you feeling, River?" Rosa asks. "Better. The pain medication helps." Good. "And the baby? Is he active?" "Very. Especially at night." I put my hand on my stomach where he's currently doing what feels like gymnastics. "I don't think he sleeps much. He'll keep you on your toes then, just like Dante did. Never slept as a baby. Kept me up all hours." She smiles at her grandson who looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. "Do you have family, sweet boy? Anyone who should know you're here?" "No family. My parents, they didn't approve of the pregnancy. We don't talk anymore." "I'm sorry to hear that. What about the father?" I don't miss the way Dante's attention sharpens, even though he's pretending not to listen. "He didn't want the baby. Asked me to get rid of it. When I refused, he left." It still hurts to say out loud, even though it's been months. Marcus made it very clear that I was on my own. "Then he's a fool," Rosa says firmly. "And his loss is our gain. You'll have family here, sweet boy. Me and Dante. You won't be alone." Nonna, we're not his family. We are now. I've decided. River saved my life. That makes him family. Dante opens his mouth like he wants to argue, then seems to think better of it. He just goes back to his food, jaw tight. The next morning I wake early. The house is quiet, sunrise just starting to light the sky. I'm careful as I make my way downstairs, mindful of my shoulder and my very pregnant belly. I find the kitchen more by luck than navigation. It's huge and modern and pristine like something from a magazine. I'm trying to figure out the complicated-looking coffee maker when I hear footsteps behind me. You shouldn't be up. I turn to find Dante in the doorway. He's in workout clothes, slightly sweaty like he's been exercising. His hair is damp, and he looks more human somehow. Less like a cold statue and more like an actual person. I couldn't sleep. The baby was kicking. Does he kick a lot? It's the first personal question he's asked me. I'm so surprised that I answer without thinking. All the time. Especially when I'm trying to rest. I think he's going to be a handful. Something that might be a smile flickers across Dante's face for just a second before disappearing. If he's anything like his papa, I believe it. His papa who was stupid enough to throw himself in front of Bullet. Stupid, brave, reckless, all of the above. He moves to the coffee maker, pressing buttons like he actually knows what they do. "But you probably saved my grandmother's life. She's tough, but she's not young. If that bullet had hit her," he stops, jaw working. "Thank you. I should have said that from the start. Thank you for protecting her." "You're welcome." We stand there in awkward silence while the coffee brews. Finally, he pours 2 cups. "Hand me one." "Decaf. For the baby." "Thank you." I take a sip, and it's perfect. Of course it is. Everything in this house is perfect. "Can I ask you something?" Dante is watching me over his own cup. "Why did you do it? Really? You didn't know her. Didn't know who she was or what saving her might mean. You just acted." "What?" I think about his question, about the split-second decision that led to this moment. Because I could not. I saw someone in danger, and I couldn't just walk away. I wouldn't have been able to live with myself. Even though it meant risking your baby, I didn't think about my baby in that moment. I just saw someone who needed help. That's what I don't understand. He sets down his cup, turns to face me fully. I would never risk something I love for a stranger. I'd walk past. Let them handle their own problems. That's how you survive in this world. Maybe that's how you survive. But is that really living? He doesn't have an answer for that. Just looks at me like I'm a puzzle he can't solve. You should rest, he says finally. The baby will be here soon. You need your strength. Dante, can I ask you something? Why did you really call me stupid? It wasn't just about the risk. There was something else. He's quiet for so long, I think he won't answer. Then, because I couldn't understand it. Couldn't understand why someone would sacrifice themselves for a stranger. In my world, people only look out for themselves. Seeing someone do something genuinely selfless, it didn't make sense. It felt like a trick. Not everyone is out for themselves. In my experience, everyone is. Except apparently you. And my grandmother. He picks up his cup. Get some rest, River. Nonna will have my head if you overdo it. He leaves, and I'm alone in the kitchen with my decaf coffee and more questions than answers. The days start to blur together. I settle into a routine. Rosa teaches me to cook, real Italian cooking with fresh pasta and sauces that simmer for hours. She tells me stories about Dante as a boy, shows me pictures of a dark-haired child who actually smiled. We spend afternoons in the garden, her talking while I try not to fall asleep in the warm sunshine. Dante I see less of, but when I do, he's different. Less cold. He asks how I'm feeling, if I need anything, how the baby is doing. Small things, but they feel significant coming from him. 2 weeks after I moved in, I'm in the library, a huge room full of more books than I've ever seen in my life, when the door opens. It's not Rosa's gentle knock or Dante's silent appearance. It's a woman I've never seen before. She's beautiful in a sharp, calculated way. Expensive clothes, perfect hair, cold eyes that sweep over me, like I'm something unpleasant she's found on her shoe. So you're the charity case Rosa brought home. I stand up from the comfortable chair I've been reading in. I'm River. You are Valentina Russo, Dante's fiancée. She says it like she's staking a claim. I've been away on business, or I would have met you sooner. How long are you planning to stay? I'm not sure. Until the baby comes. Rosa says a lot of things. She's very kind. Too kind sometimes. Valentina moves closer, looking me up and down. You're quite pregnant. 8.5 months. And the father? Where is he? Not in the picture. How convenient. Her smile doesn't reach her eyes. Let me give you some advice, River. My future mother-in-law is generous. Take advantage of that generosity. But don't mistake temporary charity for something permanent. Once your baby is born and you're recovered, you'll need to make other arrangements. I'm not trying to take advantage. Everyone is trying to take advantage. That's how the world works. Just make sure you remember your place while you're here. She leaves as abruptly as she arrived. I sink back into the chair, my hands shaking. There's something about her that makes me feel small. Worthless. Like I'm exactly what she said. A charity case who doesn't belong. That evening at dinner, Valentina joins us. She sits beside Dante, touching his arm, calling him darling, making it very clear that this is her territory. Rosa looks less than pleased, but says nothing. River was just telling me about his reading. Rosa says pointedly. He's been going through the library. What are you reading now, sweet boy? The Count of Monte Cristo. I've never read it before. Oh, how wonderful. That's one of my favorites. All about revenge and redemption and... How quaint, Valentina interrupts. Reading. I never have time for it. Too busy with real life. She turns to Dante. Darling, we need to discuss the wedding venue. The planner has been calling. Dante's expression doesn't change. We can discuss it later. We've been putting it off for months. The wedding is in 6 months. We need to make decisions. I said later, Valentina. There's steel in his voice that makes her jaw tighten. But she pastes on a smile and goes back to her food. I excuse myself early, claiming tiredness. As I'm leaving the dining room, I hear Rosa's voice, sharp and low. That girl has ice water in her veins. Nonna, I'm serious, Dante. You're going to marry someone who doesn't love you, who only wants your name and your money. It's a business arrangement. Love doesn't factor into it. Love should always factor into it. I don't hear the rest. Don't want to. I make my way upstairs to my room and try not to think about Dante marrying that cold woman. Try not to think about why the thought bothers me so much. The baby kicks hard against my ribs like he's reminding me that I have bigger things to worry about. Like the fact that in 2 weeks, I'll be a father. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm lying in bed, unable to sleep when there's a soft knock on my door. Come in, I call, expecting Rosa with tea like she often brings. But it's Dante. He's changed out of his dinner clothes into dark jeans and a soft sweater that makes him look younger. Almost approachable. I saw your light was still on. Are you okay? Fine. Just, the baby won't let me sleep. May I? He gestures to the chair by my bed. I nod, surprised. He sits down, looking oddly out of place in the pretty room his grandmother decorated. Valentina shouldn't have said what she said to you. About charity. About your place here. He's looking at his hands instead of me. You're not a charity case. He stops, seems to struggle with the words. You're a guest. A welcome one, despite what I said when we first met. It's okay. She's not wrong. I am taking advantage of your grandmother's kindness. No, you're accepting help when you need it. That's different. He finally looks at me. And for what it's worth, Nonna is happier than I've seen her in years. She loves having you here. Loves taking care of you. She's wonderful. I wish I stopped myself. What? I wish my own mother had been like her. Supportive. Kind. Excited about the baby. I blink back tears. Pregnancy hormones make everything feel more intense. Sorry, I'm emotional lately. You have a right to be. You're about to have a baby. That's terrifying. You sound like you speak from experience. I don't have children, but I remember when Nonna helped raise me after my parents died. I remember being scared all the time, feeling like I didn't know how to do anything right. She was patient with me, taught me, loved me even when I was difficult. He leans forward. You'll be a good father, River. I can tell. How can you tell? You've known me 2 weeks. Because you literally took a bullet for a stranger. Because you care about people. Because he stops, shakes his head. Just trust me on this. We sit in comfortable silence for a moment. Then the baby does a particularly aggressive kick, and I gasp. Are you okay? He's just active. Here. I take Dante's hand without thinking and press it to my stomach where the baby is doing gymnastics. He freezes. His hand is warm against my belly, and I realize too late how intimate this is. I'm about to apologize when the baby kicks directly against his palm. Dante's expression transforms. The coldness melts away, and for just a second, I see wonder. Pure, unguarded wonder. He's strong. Very. I don't think he sleeps. He's going to keep you on your toes. Dante's hand is still on my stomach. The baby kicks again, and he smiles. Actually smiles. It changes his whole face, makes him look younger and softer, and I need to stop thinking like that, because he's engaged, and I'm just the pregnant omega his grandmother took pity on. I pull back gently, and he removes his hand like he's been burned. I should let you rest, he says, standing abruptly. Good night, River. Good night, Dante. He's at the door when he turns back. Thank you for letting me feel that. I've never. It's remarkable what your body is doing, creating life. It's remarkable. Then he's gone, and I'm alone with my racing heart and the baby who won't stop moving, and a dangerous realization that I might be developing feelings for a man I absolutely cannot have feelings for. Subscribe to Cozy BL Corner if you're invested in River and Dante's story. This is about to get even more complicated. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. The next few days I try to avoid Dante. It's not hard. He's busy with work, whatever that entails. I don't ask, don't want to know, but I notice things. The way men in expensive suits come and go from his office. The way people speak to him with a mix of fear and respect. The way Rosa won't tell me exactly what the family business is. I'm not stupid. I've figured out that Dante Moretti isn't just wealthy. He's dangerous, connected, probably criminal, and I should be scared, should want to leave. But Rosa makes me feel safe. The house feels like home. And Dante, complicated, cold, surprisingly gentle Dante, makes me feel seen in a way I haven't felt in months. I'm 9 months pregnant now, officially full term. Any day the baby could come. I'm huge and uncomfortable and waddling more than walking. Rosa fusses over me constantly. You're carrying low, sweet boy. That baby will come soon. I'm sitting in the garden with her, enjoying the warm afternoon, when I hear raised voices from inside the house. A woman's voice I recognize. Valentina. This is ridiculous. Dante. That Omega has been here over a month. He's Nana's guest. He's taking advantage. Can't you see that? Some pregnant nobody insinuates himself into your grandmother's life, and suddenly he's living in your house, eating your food. He saved her life. So give him money, pay his medical bills. But this, there's a pause. Unless there's another reason you want him here. What's that supposed to mean? The way you look at him, the way you talk about him. You've barely touched me in weeks. Dante, are you sleeping with him? Don't be ridiculous. He's 9 months pregnant. That's not a denial. I'm not sleeping with him, Valentina. He's Nonna's guest. That's all. Is it? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're playing house with some Omega, while I'm supposed to plan our wedding and pretend I don't notice. Then maybe we shouldn't be getting married. Silence. Rosa's hand finds mine, squeezes gently. We're both frozen, listening. What did you say? Valentina's voice is dangerous now. I said maybe we shouldn't get married. This is a business arrangement. We both know that. But if you can't trust me, if you're going to accuse me of things I'm not doing, you're calling off our engagement because of him, I'm questioning whether this arrangement makes sense anymore. You're insane. Throwing away our family's alliance for some pregnant Omega who showed up a month ago? Think about what you're doing, Dante. I am thinking. That's the problem. I've been thinking a lot lately about what I want, what actually matters. And this, us, it doesn't feel right anymore. Fine. Valentina's voice is ice. But don't come crawling back when you realize that boy doesn't belong in your world. When he figures out what you really are and runs. Don't come back to me. Footsteps. A door slamming. Then silence. Rosa and I sit there in the aftermath. I'm shaking. He defended me. Questioned his engagement because of me. And I don't know how to feel about that. I should leave, I whisper. I'm causing problems. I should go. You're not causing anything, sweet boy. Dante has been having doubts about that girl for months. You just helped him see clearly. Rosa pats my hand. Don't you worry. Everything will work out exactly as it should. That night, I can't sleep. The baby is active, and my mind won't stop replaying the argument. Around midnight, I give up and make my way downstairs for warm milk. Rosa swears it helps. The house is dark and quiet. I'm in the kitchen trying to heat milk without setting anything on fire when I hear footsteps. Dante appears in the doorway. He's in sweats and a t-shirt, hair messy like he's been running his hands through it. He looks tired. Human. Can't sleep either. The baby. And everything. I turn back to the milk so I don't have to look at him. I heard your argument with Valentina. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause problems. You didn't cause anything. I did. By agreeing to marry someone I don't love. He moves closer. River, can I be honest with you? Okay. When Nonna first brought you here, I was angry. I thought you were taking advantage. Thought you saw an opportunity and grabbed it. That's how people in my world operate. Everyone wants something. I don't want anything. I know that now. That's what's been driving me crazy. You really don't want anything except to be safe and have your baby. You cook with Nonna and read in the library and ask for nothing. You thank us for every small kindness like it's a gift. And I don't know how to handle that. Handle what? He's right behind me now, close enough that I can feel the warmth of him. Handle the fact that you're making me question everything. My engagement, my life, the walls I've built around myself. You threw yourself in front of a bullet for my grandmother, and I called you stupid. But you weren't stupid. You were everything I've forgotten how to be. Brave. Selfless. Good. I turn to face him. We're very close in the small kitchen space. I'm not that good. I'm scared all the time. Scared I won't be a good father. Scared I'll fail my son the way my parents failed me. Scared I'm taking advantage of your grandmother's kindness because I have nowhere else to go. You're not taking advantage. You're accepting help. There's a difference. His hand comes up like he's going to touch my face, then drops. I broke off the engagement. Officially. Told Valentina it's over. Because of me? Because of me. Because she was right. I do look at you differently than I look at her. Because when I imagine my future, she's not in it anymore. But you, he stops himself. But me what? But you are. You and the baby. Nonna fussing over all of us. Family dinners. Watching him grow up. Teaching him to ride a bike or tie his shoes or whatever fathers do. And I know that's insane. I've known you a month. You're about to have another man's baby. But I can't stop thinking about it. Dante, I'm not asking you for anything. I just needed you to know that you matter. That you being here matters. That I'm glad Nonna brought you home even though I fought it at first. The baby kicks hard, like he's got opinions about this conversation. Dante's eyes drop to my belly. He's active tonight. Very. I think he knows something big is about to happen. I take Dante's hand and put it on my stomach where the baby is moving. He does this whenever I'm emotional. Like he can feel what I'm feeling. He probably can. They say babies can sense their parents' emotions. Dante's hand is warm and gentle on my belly. The baby kicks against his palm, and he smiles that rare, genuine smile. He's strong. He's going to be just fine. And so are you. I hope so. River, he's looking at me now instead of my belly. When a baby comes, after you've recovered, I want you to stay. Not as Nonna's charity case or a guest, but as someone who belongs here. You and your son. I want you to stay. Why? Because this house has been full of death and coldness and business deals for too long. And you brought life back into it. You made Nonna happy. You make me. He stops. You made me want to be better. And I haven't wanted that in a very long time. I don't know what to say. Don't know how to process this. So I do the only thing I can think of. I lean forward as much as my huge belly allows and kiss him. It's soft, brief, barely more than a press of lips. But it feels like everything. When I pull back, Dante's eyes are wide. Stunned. I'm sorry, I say quickly. I shouldn't have. You just broke up with your fiancé, and I'm 9 months pregnant, and this is wrong. He kisses me back, properly this time. One hand cradling my face, the other carefully on my hip, mindful of my belly between us. It's gentle and sweet and makes my head spin. When we break apart, we're both breathing hard. That wasn't wrong, he says. That was, the baby kicks hard between us and we both laugh. I think he approves. Or he's telling us to stop being ridiculous. Probably that. But Dante is smiling and he hasn't let go of me. Stay, River. Please. Let me take care of you both. Let me be whatever you need me to be. I want to. But what? What if Marcus comes back? He's the biological father. What if he decides he wants to be involved after all? Something dangerous flashes in Dante's eyes. Then we'll deal with it. Together. But River, biology doesn't make you a parent. Being there does. And I want to be there. For everything. If you'll let me. The baby kicks again, harder this time, and I gasp. Not from a kick. I'm used to those. But because there's suddenly wetness running down my legs and a tightening in my belly that makes me grab Dante's arm. River? What's wrong? I think my water just broke. For a second, Dante freezes. Then he's all action. Okay, it's gonna be fine. We practiced this. Your bag is ready. The hospital knows we're coming. I just need to... Another contraction hits, and I double over. Oh God, this hurts. Why does it hurt so much already? Because you're in labor. Because the baby is coming. Dante's voice is steady even though I can see the panic in his eyes. Come on, let's get you to the car. Nonna, he bellows. Nonna, it's time. Rosa appears at the top of the stairs in her nightgown, face lighting up. The baby? The baby is coming. Yes. Get dressed. We're leaving in 5 minutes. 4 minutes. I gasp as another contraction hits. I don't think he wants to wait. The drive to the hospital is a blur of pain and Dante's hand holding mine and Rosa in the back seat praying in rapid Italian. We pull up to the emergency entrance and suddenly there are nurses and a wheelchair and I'm being rushed inside while Dante argues with someone about admitting procedures. I don't care about paperwork. He's in labor. Get him a room now. Sir, we need... Now. Something in his voice makes people move. Within minutes, I'm in a delivery room, changed into a hospital gown, monitors strapped to my belly, tracking the baby's heartbeat and my contractions. You're already 6 centimeters dilated, the nurse says, checking me. This baby is in a hurry. It's going to be quick. How quick? Dante asks. He hasn't let go of my hand since we got here. First babies usually take a while, but this one seems eager. I'd say 3 hours. Maybe less. 3 hours of this pain? I can't imagine it. But Dante is there, wiping my forehead with a cool cloth, telling me I'm doing great, breathing with me through contractions. Rosa is on my other side, holding my other hand, telling me stories about when Dante was born to distract me from the pain. He was so tiny and so angry. came out screaming and didn't stop for 3 hours. I knew then he was going to be a handful. Despite the pain, I laugh. I can see that. Don't listen to her, Dante says. I was a perfect baby. You were a terror. But Rosa is smiling and worth every sleepless night, just like this little one will be. The contractions get worse. Closer together. I'm squeezing Dante's hand so hard I'm probably breaking bones, but he doesn't complain. Just stays there, solid and steady, telling me I'm strong, I can do this just a little longer. I can't. I gasp during a particularly bad contraction. I can't do this. It hurts too much. Yes, you can. You're the bravest person I know. You threw yourself in front of a bullet. You can do this. That was different. This is the same. You're protecting him, bringing him into the world. That's the bravest thing anyone can do. The doctor arrives, checks me again. 10 centimeters. It's time to push. And then it's chaos. Nurse is positioning me, telling me when to push, Dante counting, Rosa crying happy tears. The pain is overwhelming, but there's something else too. A sense of purpose, of knowing that every push is bringing my son closer. I can see his head, the doctor says. One more big push. I push with everything I have. Feel the impossible pressure, the burning, the sensation of my body doing something it was designed to do. And then, a cry, high and sharp and perfect. It's a boy, the doctor announces, holding up this tiny, red, screaming bundle. Congratulations. They place him on my chest, and everything else disappears. The pain, the exhaustion, the fear. There's only this. This perfect, beautiful baby boy with dark hair and my nose and lungs that clearly work perfectly given how loud he's crying. Hi. I whisper, tears streaming down my face. Hi, baby. I'm your papa. I'm your papa, and I love you so much already. He stops crying at the sound of my voice. Opens his eyes, dark blue, unfocused but looking in my direction. One tiny hand reaches up and grabs my finger with surprising strength. He's perfect, Dante says, and his voice is thick with emotion. River, he's absolutely perfect. Do you want to cut the cord? The doctor asks. There's a pause. The doctor is looking at Dante. Dante is looking at me. I'm not the father, Dante says quietly. You're here. You stayed. That makes you close enough. I look up at him, this man who called me stupid and then broke off his engagement and has been holding my hand for 3 hours of labor. Please, Dante, I want you to do it. He takes the surgical scissors with shaking hands and cuts the umbilical cord. The nurses take the baby to clean him up, weigh him, do all the things they need to do. Rosa is crying openly now, hugging me carefully. You did so well, sweet boy. So well. And he's beautiful. What will you name him? Leo. I say without hesitation. His name is Leo. It means brave. Perfect, Dante says softly. Absolutely perfect. They bring Leo back cleaned and wrapped in a blanket, a tiny blue hat on his head. 7 pounds, 8 ounces, 19 inches long. Perfect APGAR scores. Completely healthy. I'm holding him, marveling at his tiny features, when there's a commotion outside the room. Raised voices. Someone arguing with the nurses. I have a right to see him. That's my son in there. My blood runs cold. I know that voice. Marcus. Dante is on his feet immediately, moving toward the door with a deadly calm that's more frightening than anger would be. Stay here, he tells Rosa. Keep them safe. He steps into the hallway, and I can hear his voice, low and dangerous. You're not welcome here. Who the hell are you? Where's River? That's my son. Your son? The child you told him to abort? The Omega you abandoned when he needed you? That son. I made a mistake. I want to fix it. I have rights. You have nothing. River is under my protection. The baby is under my protection. And if you take one step toward this room, you'll find out exactly what that means. There's a pause. Then Marcus's voice, uncertain now. Are you threatening me? I'm making a promise. Stay away from them. Both of them. Or you'll regret it. This isn't over. I'll get a lawyer. I'll fight for custody. Try it. I have the best lawyers in the city. And unlike you, I actually care about what's best for River and Leo. Now get out of my hospital before I have you removed. Footsteps. Angry but retreating. Then Dante comes back into the room, his expression softening immediately when he sees me holding Leo. He's gone. He won't bother you again. He said he wants custody. He won't get it. I promise you, River. I won't let him take Leo. No court in this city would give custody to a man who abandoned his pregnant Omega. Trust me. Why are you doing this? I'm crying again, hormones and fear and gratitude all mixed together. Why are you protecting us like this? Dante comes to sit on the edge of my hospital bed, careful not to jostle the baby. Because that's what you do for family. And you're family now. Both of you. If you want to be, I want to be, I whisper. I want that so much. Rosa is beaming, wiping tears from her eyes. My beautiful boys. All three of you. My beautiful family. If this story is touching your heart, please leave a comment telling me your favorite moments so far. And don't forget to subscribe. River, Dante, and Leo's journey is far from over, and you won't want to miss what comes next. They keep us in the hospital for 2 days. Dante barely leaves except to go home and shower and change clothes. He's there for every feeding, every diaper change, every moment of panic when I'm convinced I'm doing something wrong. Is he supposed to sleep this much? Yes, River. He's a newborn. They sleep constantly. What if he's sleeping too much? The nurses said he's perfect. You heard them. What if? River. Dante takes my hand. Breathe. You're doing everything right. He's healthy and safe and loved. That's all that matters. Leo is perfect. He rarely cries, eats well, has my eyes and Marcus's dark hair, and I refuse to think about his biological father when I can focus on this instead. On the weight of him in my arms. The small sounds he makes when he's sleeping. The way he grabs onto my finger like he knows I'm his papa. Rosa visits constantly, bringing food, telling us stories, cooing over her newest grandson, because that's what she calls him. My grandson, my beautiful little Leo. On the second day, Dante steps out to take a business call, and Rosa sits beside my bed while I nurse Leo. He's a natural, she says, watching Leo eat with the single-minded, focused newborns have. And you're a natural, Papa. I knew you would be. I'm scared I'll mess him up. Do something wrong. All new parents feel that way. But you have love. That's the most important thing. She pauses. Can I ask you something, sweet boy? Of course. How do you feel about my Dante? I should lie. Should say he's nice. I'm grateful. Nothing more. But I'm exhausted and emotional and holding my newborn son, and the truth just comes out. I think I'm falling in love with him. Rosa's face lights up. I knew it. I knew from the first moment I saw you two together. The way he looks at you. The way you look at him. It's special. But it's too fast. I've only known him 6 weeks. And I just had another man's baby. This is crazy. Love doesn't follow timelines, sweet boy. It just happens. And Dante, my beautiful, stubborn, broken Dante, he needs someone like you. Someone who sees past the coldness to the good man underneath. Someone who makes him want to be better. He broke off his engagement because of me. I don't want to be the reason he. That engagement was a mistake from the start. Valentina is cold and calculating and only wanted his money. You want nothing except to be safe and raise your baby. That's the difference. That's why he chose you. He didn't choose me. Didn't he? He's been here for 2 days, holding your hand, learning to change diapers, looking at Leo like he's already his son. That's choosing, sweet boy. That's love. Before I can respond, Dante comes back in. He looks stressed, jaw tight, but it softens when he sees Leo. Everything okay? I ask. Fine. Just business. He comes to sit beside me, looking at Leo with that expression of wonder he gets. How's he doing? Perfect. He ate well. Needs to be burped. May I? I hand Leo over carefully, watching Dante hold him, this dangerous man cradling my tiny son so gently, does something to my heart. Makes me believe that maybe, possibly, this could work. You're good at this, I say. I'm terrified I'll break him. You won't. You're being so careful. Leo burps, a surprisingly loud sound for such a small person, and we both laugh. Then he settles against Dante's chest, tiny hand gripping his shirt, and falls asleep. He trusts you already, Rosa says, standing up. I'm going to get coffee. You two talk. She leaves before either of us can protest. Dante is still holding Leo, looking down at him with such tenderness. River, I need to tell you something. Okay. Marcus came back. This morning, while you were sleeping, he demanded to see Leo. Said he has parental rights. Fear spikes through me. Can he, does he? No. I had my lawyers file an emergency petition. Given his abandonment, his attempt to coerce you into terminating the pregnancy, and the fact that he only returned when he learned you were living with my family, no judge will grant him custody. At most, he might get supervised visitation. But even that's unlikely. How did your lawyers even know? I had them draw up the papers a week ago, just in case. I wanted to be prepared. He finally looks up from Leo to meet my eyes. I want to protect you both, not just from Marcus, from anything that could hurt you. And I know that's probably overwhelming and too much too fast, but it's not too much. I interrupt. It's everything I needed and didn't know how to ask for. River, when I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. Alone. The father didn't want us. My parents disowned me. I had no one. I was working 2 jobs and barely making rent and so scared about how I'd manage. And then you, your grandmother, this family, you gave me safety, support, kindness I didn't deserve. You deserve everything. Let me finish. You called me stupid when we met. Said I was reckless. And you were right. It was reckless. But I'd do it again in a heartbeat because it led to this. To you holding my son like he's precious. To Rosa treating me like family. To feeling less alone than I have in months. You're not alone. You'll never be alone again if I have anything to say about it. Dante, what are we doing? What is this? He's quiet for a long moment, looking down at Leo, sleeping peacefully against his chest. I don't know what to call it. I just know that when I think about my future, you're in it. Both of you. I want to watch him grow up. I want to be there for first words and first steps and school plays and everything. I want to see you as a father. Want to be, he stops. Want to be what? Whatever you need me to be. Friend. Protector. Someone who loves you. All of the above. My heart is pounding. You love me. I think I started falling in love with you the moment you woke up in that hospital bed and asked about your baby before yourself. I just didn't know how to admit it. He looks at me now, eyes intense. I know it's fast. I know it's complicated. But yes, River, I love you. And I love this little boy even though he's not mine. And if you'll let me, I want to spend my life proving I'm worthy of you both. I'm crying. Again. But these are happy tears. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'll let you. Yes, I want that. Yes, I love you too. I know I shouldn't. I barely know you. This is crazy, but he kisses me. Carefully, mindful of the baby between us. It's soft and sweet and full of promise. When we break apart, Leo is still sleeping peacefully, completely unbothered by his parents figuring their lives out around him. We're going to be a family, Dante says. The 3 of us. If you want that. I want that more than anything. Good. Because Nonna is already planning how to redecorate the nursery at home. She has opinions about color schemes. I laugh through my tears. Of course she does. And he pauses. I want to adopt him. Legally. When you're ready. I want Leo to be my son in every way that matters. Not just in my heart, but on paper. So Marcus or anyone else can never take him from us. You do that. I do anything for you both. Anything. I believe him. This dangerous man who runs a criminal empire and can probably kill someone without blinking. He'd do anything to protect us. And instead of being afraid, I feel safe. Cherished. Loved. Okay, I whisper. When I'm ready. When we're sure. You can adopt him. Take all the time you need. I'm not going anywhere. That afternoon, they discharge us. Dante has a car seat already installed in his car. He researched the safest model, spent 2 hours making sure it was installed correctly. He drives home so carefully, like we're carrying precious cargo, which I guess we are. Rosa is waiting at the house with welcome home decorations and a nursery that's been completely redone while we were gone. The walls are painted a soft blue with white clouds. There's a rocking chair by the window, shelves full of books, a changing table stocked with every supply we could possibly need. Nah, this is too much. It's not enough. A baby needs a proper nursery. And look, she shows me the closet full of tiny clothes. I may have gone a little overboard shopping. A little, Dante says dryly, but he's smiling. That first night at home is exhausting and perfect. Leo wakes every 2 hours to eat. I'm sore and tired and overwhelmed. But Dante is there, bringing me water, helping me position Leo for feeding, changing diapers, walking him when he's fussy. Around 3 a.m., we're both awake. I'm feeding Leo in the rocking chair, while Dante sits on the floor beside us, head leaned back against the wall. You should sleep, I tell him. You don't have to stay up. I want to. Want to be here for all of it. He looks at me with Leo in my arms. This is the most at peace I've felt in years. Just this. You and him. Our family. Our family. I repeat. It feels right saying it. True. Leo finishes eating, and I burp him carefully. He lets out a huge burp for such a small person, and we both laugh quietly. Try not to wake Rosa. Can I ask you something? I say as I'm changing Leo's diaper. Anything. Do you think Leo looks like me? Or more like Marcus? Dante stands up, comes to look down at our son. He looks like you. He has your eyes. Your nose. The way he wrinkles his forehead when he's thinking. That's all you. He has Marcus's dark hair. He has beautiful dark hair. And it doesn't matter where it came from. He's perfect. And he's ours. That's all that matters. Ours. Not yours. Ours. I finish changing Leo and hand him to Dante, who takes him like he's done it 1,000 times. Walks him around the nursery, bouncing gently, murmuring softly in Italian. Leo's eyes are drooping, lulled by the movement and Dante's deep voice. You're a natural, I say. I'm learning. For him. He looks down at Leo with such love. And for you. The weeks blur together in a haze of feeding schedules and dirty diapers and learning how to be a parent. Dante is there for everything. Rosa teaches me to cook one-handed while holding a baby. Life settles into a rhythm that feels like home. 2 months after Leo is born, I'm feeding him in the library when I hear voices downstairs. Raised voices. One I recognize. Marcus. I have a right to see my son. You can't keep me from him. I can and I will. Dante's voice is deadly calm. You sign away your parental rights, Marcus. You have no legal claim. You forced me to sign those papers. I gave you a choice. Fight for custody and lose publicly. Have everyone know you abandoned your pregnant Omega. Or sign away your rights voluntarily with a generous monetary settlement. You chose the money. I want to see him. Just once. Please. No. I'm his father. No, you're not. You're the man who contributed DNA. I'm his father. I'm the one who was there when he was born. Who changes his diapers and walks him at 3 a.m. and loves him. That makes me his father. I'm at the top of the stairs now, Leo asleep in my arms. Both men look up. Marcus's eyes go to Leo, and something in his expression cracks. River, please. I just want to see him. I made a mistake. A terrible mistake. But he's my son. No, I say firmly. He's not. You made it very clear you didn't want him. Told me to get rid of him. You don't get to change your mind now that it's convenient. I was scared. I panicked. But I've had time to think, and You had 9 months to think. You had months after he was born. But you only came back when you found out I was living here. With them. You don't want Leo. You want access to what you think being his father can give you. Marcus's jaw tightens. That's not fair. You're right. It's not fair. It wasn't fair when you left me alone and terrified. It wasn't fair when you told me to abort my baby. It wasn't fair when you didn't show up for any of it. But Dante did. Rosa did. They were there. They're his family. Not you. River. Leave, Marcus. Don't come back. Don't call. Don't send lawyers. You signed away your rights. We're done. He stands there for a long moment, looking at Leo sleeping in my arms. Then he nods once and walks out. The door closes behind him with finality. Dante is at my side immediately. Are you okay? I'm okay. Better than okay. I look down at Leo, then up at Dante. Thank you. For protecting us. For being here. For everything. Always. For both of you. Always. Rosa appears from the kitchen, wiping her eyes. That was beautiful, sweet boy. So strong. Your son is lucky to have you as a papa. And lucky to have Dante as I pause. We haven't labeled it yet. Haven't put words to what Dante is to Leo. As his dad, Dante finishes quietly. If that's okay with you. It's more than okay. It's perfect. 6 months later, Dante officially adopts Leo. The legal process is simple given that Marcus signed away his rights. But the emotional weight of it is huge. Standing in the judge's chambers, watching Dante sign the papers that make Leo legally his son, I cry happy tears. Congratulations, the judge says with a warm smile. You're officially a father, Mr. Moretti. Dante looks at Leo in my arms. 6 months old now, chubby and happy and perfect, and his eyes are wet. Thank you. That evening, Rosa throws a small celebration. Just family. Just us. Leo is in his high chair, gumming a piece of banana and making a mess. Dante and I are on either side of him, Rosa across the table beaming. To family, Rosa says, raising her glass. To my beautiful grandsons, all three of you. We toast and eat and laugh. Leo babbles happily, reaching for Dante, who lifts him from the high chair and settles him on his lap, banana-covered fingers and all. He's going to ruin your shirt, I point out. I don't care. Let him ruin 1,000 shirts. He's worth it. Later that night, after Leo is asleep in his crib and the house is quiet, Dante finds me on the balcony off our bedroom. Yes, our bedroom. I moved into Dante's room 3 months ago, when it became impossible to pretend we were just friends raising a baby together. Hey, he says softly, wrapping his arms around me from behind. What are you thinking about? How different my life is from a year ago. How lost I was. How alone. And now I have everything. A son I love more than breathing. A man who loves us both. A grandmother who treats me like her own. A home. A family. I turn in his arms to face him. You gave me everything, Dante. You gave me everything first. You saved Nonna. You brought life and light into this dark house. You made me remember what it's like to feel. He cups my face gently. I love you, River. I love Leo. And if you'll have me, I want to spend the rest of my life proving I deserve you both. You already deserve us. You prove it every single day. Then will you marry me? I freeze. What? He pulls out a ring. Simple, elegant, perfect. Will you marry me? Make this official? Let me be your husband and Leo's dad in every way possible. Yes. I don't even have to think about it. Yes, 1,000 times yes. He slides the ring on my finger and kisses me while the moon shines down on us, and our son sleeps peacefully inside, and Rosa probably watches from her window with tears of joy. We get married 6 months later. Small ceremony in Rosa's garden. Leo is a year old, toddling around in a tiny suit, stealing everyone's hearts. Rosa cries through the entire ceremony. My vows are simple. Dante, you called me stupid when we met. And maybe I was. Maybe throwing myself in front of that bullet was the most reckless thing I've ever done. But it led to this. To you. To us. To our family. And I'd do it again 1,000 times if it meant having this life with you. Dante's vows make everyone cry. River, you taught me that love isn't weakness. That opening your heart doesn't make you vulnerable. It makes you strong. You taught me that family isn't just blood. It's choice. It's showing up. It's loving someone so much you'd throw yourself in front of a bullet for a stranger, because that's who you are, someone who sees someone in need and helps. I promise to love you and Leo for the rest of my life. To protect you both. To be worthy of the gift you've given me. To be the husband and father you both deserve. We kiss as husbands while Leo claps his little hands and Rosa beams, and the family, our family, celebrates around us. That night, after the guests have left and Leo is asleep and Rosa has gone to bed, Dante and I sit in the garden where it all began, where I took a bullet for a stranger and changed everything. Do you ever regret it? Dante asks. That day, what you did? Never. Not for a second. It gave me everything. You gave me everything. You and Leo. You're my whole world. You're ours too. We sit there in the moonlight, my head on his shoulder, his arm around me, and I think about the journey that led us here. The fear and the pain and the struggle. But also the love. The family. The home I never thought I'd have. My name is River. A year and a half ago, I threw myself in front of a bullet to save a stranger. The grandson of that stranger called me stupid. Said I was reckless and foolish and didn't think. He was right. I didn't think. I just acted. Did what felt right in the moment. And that single moment of instinct, of seeing someone in need and helping without counting the cost, led to this. To love, to family, to a life more beautiful than I ever imagined possible. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is help someone without knowing what it might cost you. Sometimes the stupidest decision leads to the best outcome. Sometimes taking a bullet for a stranger means gaining everything. I'm married now, to a man who loves me fiercely and protects us completely. We have a son who's perfect and brilliant and has two parents who adore him. We have a grandmother who fusses over us all and tells everyone who'll listen about her beautiful family. We're happy, truly, deeply happy. And it all started because I saw someone in danger and couldn't walk away. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Not for the outcome, though I'm grateful for it, but because it's who I am. Someone who helps, someone who cares, someone who believes that we're all responsible for taking care of each other. And I want to raise Leo to be the same way. To see someone who needs help and reach out. To be brave even when it's scary. To love openly even when it's risky. Because that's what love is. It's risk. It's bravery. It's throwing yourself in front of bullets, literal or metaphorical, for the people you care about. And it's worth it, every single time. Thank you for staying until the very end of River and Dante's love story. If this made you smile, made you cry, made you believe in second chances, and found family, please hit that like button. Leave me a comment telling me what you thought. Did you fall in love with them too? Did Rosa steal your heart? Let me know. And if you're new here, please subscribe to Cozy BL Corner. Hit that notification bell, because I have so many more stories to tell. Stories about love that survives everything. About family you choose. About brave people who make stupid decisions that turn out to be the best things they ever did. Until next time, remember, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is help someone who needs it. You never know how one moment of kindness might change everything. For them, and for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving these characters with me. I'll see you in the next story.